مرحبا.
مرحبا.
طبعا عربي عيال.
عربية. السلام عليكم مرحبا. You say?
عليكم السلام. السلام عليكم.
Okay. Talinti. Yeah, I felt so much better today. Yesterday was just a write-off. Had a good 8 hours sleep last night, so today now I'm going to be out and about filming the delights of Tangier. Cinema Reef. So where we are now is the Reef Valley, actually the biggest producer in the world of cannabis and hashish, and beautiful French style cinema here. Interesting if it's in French or Arabic. The La vie me va bien. I believe that means life is going well, she said. Yeah, very common here is that the signs are in Arabic and in French. Let's see if I can film inside. Pardon? Photo? Inside? Thank you. شكرا. شكرا. Petit salut. Oh, inside, so Cinema Reef. Hello. Tangier entre les deux. I believe it means Tangier between the two. Oh, very cool cinema. Got my coffee. Maybe we can have a quick look inside. I doubt they're showing anything this time of morning. That's all closed off, that's the end. The main room, let's have a quick look if we can see anything. Oh, it's all dark, I can see a bit. Whoa, pretty big. I imagine it's the old classic style French with a twist of a kind of Middle Eastern feel. Hello.
Good?
Yeah, good, thank you. And is the films in, what language are the films in?
The original language.
Okay. So sometimes English, sometimes French.
The subtitles in French maybe.
This is where you get the tickets here. Billetier. 40 dirham. That's not bad. £3.50 for a ticket. That's about the same as in Ukraine, what you'd pay. Probably half the price what you'd pay in the UK. Cinématique du Tangier. Merci beaucoup. So guys, as soon as you get out the chaos, which is the Medina, the old town, Morocco is actually very pleasant. It's like I was gonna say it's like an Arabic Paris, but then I should just say it's like Paris. Probably more pleasant. Lots of old French style cafes. Not bars of course, but cafes. Tree lined boulevards. Cinemas. And I've been to enough Middle Eastern bazaars and Medinas to understand that you should never eat on the Medina. Always leave and go into the local places to eat, because first of all you can get sick on the Medina, second of all you pay more, and third the prices are normally a lot more expensive than what locals would pay in the local quarters. This is the bank apparently without any commission, we'll see. Al Barid Bank. Let's go find out where it is exactly and see if it's true that there is no commission when withdrawing. Should be here. So yeah, it should be this one. Let's give it a go. I'm always so wary about my card getting swallowed. Oh, fantastic, it's worked. Wow, good stuff. So all of the others were taking like 30, 35 dirham commission. So if you find yourself in Morocco, guys, go to Al Barid Bank. It seems to be the only bank. It's next to all Moroccan post offices. It might even be a nationalised bank, and it seems to be the only bankomat, I was going to say, ATM machine without commission in Morocco. I've got a pretty good bank account I use TransferWise, which is a multi-currency card. So you have one card, but it can store, I think, up to 20 currencies. Pretty interesting, pretty modern looking newspaper. So yeah, we can see it's a bit in Arabic. So I imagine these are in Arabic. Abdelino, Babylon, Yusuf Salam, Adu Successor. That sounds actually French. The Fablemans, English. Knock at the Cabin, English. Petit et la colère de Poseidon, obviously French.
We go. Qui tu cherches?
Allah.
Qui tu cherches? J'appelle ton téléphone.
Qui j'ai comme Maghreb?
No comprendo.
كيف نمشي للمغرب؟
مزيان ولا لا؟ ما هنايا
رابوينا موروكو.
شوف واش هنايا مزيان ولا لا؟
قولوا واش رابوينا موروكو؟ مزيان موروكو المغرب ولا؟ مرحبا.
مرحبا.
طبعا عربي ياك.
عربية. السلام عليكم مرحبا. أها. You see?
عليكم السلام.
السلام عليكم.
السلام عليكم.
Okay.
باي.
Goodbye. We got chatting to these guys. They went back to the girl, and the girl started shouting at them, like, "Oh, what the hell are you doing? You're supposed to get money off him." I'm not wearing rose-tinted glasses. I'm actually wearing black-tinted glasses. So yeah, to cut to the point, Morocco is infamous for scams and for ways of extracting money off of tourists. But I would say, luckily, that's only the case in probably about 5% of the country. It's just, unfortunately, this 5% of the country is the 5% of the country which most people go to. If you get off these places, then Moroccans are actually much friendlier, much kinder, and much more genuine, and they'll actually help you a lot more as opposed to you helping them financially. I know a few people have done videos about Morocco. I know Backpacker Ben went to Marrakesh and did a video after, basically slating it as a scam kind of paradise. Yes, that is the case definitely in Marrakesh, in the old town, in the Medina. But yeah, I wouldn't judge the whole country by that, in the same way we wouldn't judge all of Spain as being like Benidorm. It's just the thing with Morocco is tourists often don't feel comfortable getting out of the tourist places. They feel like it could be a bit dangerous. They feel like the tourist areas are protected by the local police, which they are. And if they go out, then you know they're going into the jungle, so to speak. They're leaving the safety of the tourist areas. That's not the case. I'd say there's more chance of something bad happening in the tourist places. And yeah, definitely in all of these places, get out of the tourist Medinas. Yeah, okay, they're good for like an hour, 2 hours to look about, but get out and get to the local places. You'll find the people are much more friendly and much more helpful. They probably won't even speak English to be able to scam you, and even if they did, they wouldn't, because they're not in the game. So of course, if you go to these tourist areas, of course they're going to scam you. It's naive to think otherwise. The same as in many parts of the world, you're going to get ripped off. Get out of these tourist places, have a walk around the districts. You'll find people are much more friendlier, and try to judge the country off of this as opposed to off of the tourist Medinas of Marrakesh, Casablanca, Rabat, because of course you're going to get ripped off there. And actually, I've in many Muslim countries, when you get out of these tourist places, it's the opposite. It's not just that people don't rip you off, it's that they're openly the opposite. They want to give you things, they want to give you things for free, they want to be hospitable. It's part of their culture, it's part of the Islamic culture to be hospitable. But of course you're not going to experience this for free in the super touristy areas. But get out of there, and yeah, it's the opposite. not just them leaving you alone, it's them actively trying to help you in a genuine, friendly way. But basically the point is, don't come to these kind of places, Morocco, Egypt, don't come to these places which are quite notorious for scammers and being ripped off. Only go to the tourist bazaars and then be disappointed that you've been ripped off and think, oh, all these people want to do is just scam you and all these people want to do is just rip you off. Because that's the exact same as coming to England, only going to Blackpool and thinking, oh, all these people just drink and gamble. And well, actually that might be the case for 95% of England, but still, you get the point. Don't judge the whole country off of one tourist place, and yeah, definitely get off the tourist track as fast as possible. Spend as little time as possible in these Medinas. They're heaven for just being ripped off, being offered drugs. Get out into the districts and you'll see a totally different side to people. Traditional Moroccan cafe. Interesting cafe. Cafe Shukruk. This is the best place in Tangier for a coffee. You get a coffee for 7 dinar, which is like 60 pence. And it's called Las Campañas. Las Campañas, see? شكرا. Oh, change. Thank you. I forget. Thank you very much. Yeah, not just a good cheap coffee, especially considering we're on the Medina now. Also a pretty honest guy. So I forgot the change, and the change was like 25 pence, nothing basically. But he stopped me and he said, "Oh, change. Thank you." If I wasn't on such a budget, I'd say, "Oh, forget about it, mate. Keep it." But next time I'll take it. Okay, this is what mornings are all about in Morocco. Having a read of the Tangier Times. And I've got my, I don't know what it's called. I know in Ukraine this is called lavash. In basically all of the former Soviet countries it's called lavash. Maybe in Turkey it's called pita. Oh no, it's called pita in Albania. In Arabic, I don't know. Maybe also lavash. And I'm on such a budget, I've got an air lavash today. Actually got a bit of cheese to put in. And the coffee. So it seems it's not just a stereotype that Africa's sunnier than Europe. We can see now, for example, Europe's cloudy, apart from this part, but most of Spain is on the clouds. And Africa, beautiful day, sunny. And it's funny because Gibraltar, we can see, it's got its own cloud. I don't know if we can pick it up, but it's got a very low cloud above it. It's definitely British. The British put a cloud over Gibraltar just to make the locals feel at home. Oh.
السلام عليكم.
اللحم اللي وراء الباب اللي لا رحم الله.
لا قبل
So now it's 5 o'clock here and the streets are packed. In Spain it's just like the end of siesta now. So imagine in Spain, I know that in Spain it's still a very sleepy atmosphere. People are just waking up, or people are just starting to get back on with the day again. Here, all day long, it's a lot more hectic. Like, yeah, so many contrasts to Spain. Almost everything is different here, I'd say. Also, the other thing is alcohol is nowhere. I was expecting maybe like Turkey, where you can still find bars and restaurants and some shops, actually most shops sell it. Here it's basically nowhere. I think there's just one place in the city where you can buy it. So yeah, today is the 1st of February, the end of dry January, so I quite fancy a beer. But it's not the easiest thing in the world to do, to get a beer in Morocco. So we'll see how it goes now. Hello? Cheapest beer. Can. Cheapest can. Cheapest big can. This maybe? Sorry. Okay, and how much?
15 there.
15 Cold? Ah. Just look. Okay, thank you. So yeah guys, that's how you buy a beer in Morocco. This is the only shop in the town, in at least the old town, the centre of the city, which sells alcohol, called Chezalia. And you'd think it was a Coca-Cola shop by looking at it from the outside. It's only when you go inside there's only alcohol. I don't even think they sell Coke. It's just any alcohol signage or advertisement is illegal. Price, yeah, pretty expensive, but I was actually expecting it to be more expensive, considering that's the only shop in the city where you can buy alcohol. Beer was like 15 dirham, which is about £1.30. Obviously in Spain it's 3 times cheaper at least, but you know, you pay a premium here of course because of the tax and the culture. If you want to commit a haram, it's not going to be cheap. Don't know what this is, but it smells quite nice, something burning. Morocco is a country which is sensed by all the senses. It's felt by all the senses. Smells, sounds quite loud. They like to shout, it seems, more passionate. Even touched. They're sometimes not afraid to touch you, pat you on the back, give you a shake. Also, one thing, guys, which is a big contrast to Spain, is that Morocco's a cash economy, a bit like the likes of Albania. So card won't get you much over here, paying by card. Just in the supermarkets, all of these shops are all cash, which is okay if you know before, as I should have known, but I didn't. Bring a lot of euros over or dollars, change them as you go along. The exchange rate is not so bad. It's pretty good actually. You only lose about 2%, I'd say. Later. Later. Okay, thank you. The guy was like, what the hell do you think you're doing just filming my flags and not buying one? ¿Cómo se llama?
Calentita.
¿Calentita?
Sí.
¿De dulce?
Sal.
Ah, sal. Ah, sal.
Garbanzo.
¿A cuánto cuesta?
Barato.
¿Barato? ¿A cuánto?
Andará a 2 dirhams. Poquito.
¿Moquito?
Gracias.
¿A cuánto?
Regalo.
¿Regalo? Ah, gracias. Let's try a bit of this. Not too sure what it was. Quite salty. Otra vez, ¿cómo se llama? Talinti. Talinti. It's not bad. I'm gonna leave him 50 cents if he takes it. Hey, he takes euros. Tengo solo ahorro. Ah, thank you. Gracias. En la mañana comprar. Mañana, aquí. Ah, hasta la mañana. Oh, nice guy. After I just slagged off the Medina saying they're all out for your money, that guy gave me a try for free.